I shouldn't like this watch, but somehow I kinda dig this watch. I mean, this watch has, if it is a girl, it has all the red flags that I don't wanna come near to touch with 10-foot pole if it's a girl, but somehow I kinda like this. So the brand is Charles Jourdan, which I know nothing about it. After some digging from their website, it appears that this watch is actually in line like Cartier or Gucci. So it's kind of fell into fashion watch territory, which is also one of the red flag if you ask me. But then again, I got this watch from my father-in-law who lent it to me, and I just kinda, intrigued to try it, and somehow I kinda dig it. So let's see how good this watch is. Let's begin with the specification. This is a quartz watch. Well, first red flag, I mean quartz.
Brother,
With an integrated bracelet, so you cannot switch the strap. Another red flag.
Brother,
Those three are my red flags, but the rest of the watch is kind of good. Like I said, the specs are 31mm diameter, very thin 0.5mm thickness, and a small 34mm lug to lug. So small, it's unisex watch if you ask me. But because the second hand is not available or not, you cannot see the ticking hand, it's kind of make the watch very good, kind of like Cartier or like Sanda that I reviewed previously. And just like Sanda or Cartier thing, it's kind of hard to review this watch based on the spec alone because it's just a quartz watch. I'm sorry to say that, but it is a quartz watch. But it is special because it's so meticulously or perfectly designed, if you ask me. I really love how they designed the watch to be so thin. The thickness is only 0.5mm. It's so light, I almost didn't felt like I'm wearing a watch when I'm wearing this. And also, the design of the dial, man, you gotta see it. But before we looking at the dials, just see the case of the watch. It was perfectly designed. The crown is almost hidden or maybe blended too well with the case. It's almost in perfect round. And also the integrated bracelet, though I really hate integrated bracelet. In this case, it's kinda really blending well with the whole design. I mean, look at that. Look at the details. Look at the dials. I hate date window, but in this case, date window is really symmetrical with the Charles Jourdan logo on top of it. Look at that. And the written or the logo or maybe the title Charles Jourdan is almost cannot be seen. If you just look at the breeze, at a glimpse, you have to look at the details for it. This is how well this watch is designed. Man, I don't know why, but I don't even felt this happy when I'm wearing Sanda watch or maybe Cartier. I didn't wear the real Cartier, but wearing this, it's just wow. It just blow my mind how this watch is really make me feel like, hey, I kind of like this watch, and I can even tolerate quartz somehow. So what's the conclusion? Well, I already said from the beginning of the video that I like this watch, this Charles Jourdan watch. So it's kind of a little bit biased here because you know from the start that I like this watch. But let's try to be more objective, more neutral, like Switzerland. Let's try with the pros and cons about this watch. So the cons, this watch, this beautiful Charles Jourdan watch is small, even for me. Even that the fact that I love small watch, it's small for me. It's kind of like a lady's watch at first, but
just after I saw that this watch is actually from my father-in-law, it's kind of, wow, he wore that. So it's kind of bearable. That's the first cons. The size of the watch is kind of small. The second one is the integrated bracelet. Well, I'm a type of guy who love to spice things up a little, and a watch, if you change the strap, it's really changed the whole dynamic of it. It's kind of a new thing to have your, well, metal bracelet watch with leather strap. It's kind of turned the watch into something new. So if you don't like it, it's kind of hard even to modify it here. I tried to find the image on the internet about it, and I found out there's some guy who tried to replace the bracelet with a leather strap. It's kind of sucks.
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
So you kind of have to stuck with these looks for all the time, either you like it or not. And another cons is, well, Charles Jourdan is not a respectable watch brand. Maybe, like I said before, it's kind of like fall into Cartier or Gucci, like fashion watch. So I don't know about the legacy of it, but yeah, but kind of obscure, but I kind of still love it. I mean, this watch is nice, but if I have to mention all the cons, I guess that's it. And the pros, well, it's small. I know it's also cons, but it's small. I mean, look at that. It's so thin. It's so light. It's almost you're not wearing a watch. So it's kind of comfortable. You can slip it on a long sleeves, on a jacket. It's a ready to wear watch. The size, yeah, it's kind of small if you don't like small watch, but I love it. Wow, I don't know why, but I love it. That's the first pros. And also the fact that this is actually a genius design. I mean, the crown is so small that almost the design of the watch is completely round. This is genius. And also the design of the dial. You can see that the date watch, I hate date windows. I mean, I hate date windows, but in this watch the date windows make a symmetrical design with the Charles Jourdan logo, which is genius. And it doesn't have a second hand, so it's not too convoluted, it's not too crowded, it's just simple. Even the Charles Jourdan logo on the dial, it's kind of hard to read. So this is very simple, simplicity at its best. And you know how hard is it to make something simple. This watch nails it. That's the genius design of it. It's so thin, it's so light, it's so, I don't know how to say it, but it's kind of genius. I mean, look at that. Just wow. I really dig it. The design, the size. Yeah, the gold's kind of gaudy for some people, but it kind of works on this watch. I don't know how. And like I said before, it's kind of hard to review a watch based on the specification, because quartz watch, unknown machine, and Charles Jourdan, I don't really know. Maybe I'm just don't know how to search about Charles Jourdan, but all in all, great watch, nice to wear. Even the bracelet's kind of cool with the lock mechanism. Man, I don't know why I shouldn't hate this watch, but I love it. somehow I really love it, and it makes me understand the appeal of a quartz watch. Like, you don't have to wind it, you don't have to set it, you just grab and go, if the accuracy is right, because some Chinese quartz watches have weird accuracy, but this one is good. So all in all I can say is this watch is awesome. I wish I could keep it. It's my father's-in-law, but yeah, I guess that's all, people. Thanks for watching, and also somehow there's still people subscribe to my channel, so thank you for that. I'm really grateful you find this channel is helpful or maybe entertaining. Well, I guess that's all, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye.